dai vadai yomi mal yemei melech toi si shno yisach kemoi dai vadai yomi mal yemei melech toi si shno yisach kemoi dai vadai yomi mal yemei melech toi si shno yisach kemoi dai vadai yomi mal yemei melech toi si shno yisach kemoi dai vadai yomi mal yemei melech toi si shno yisach kemoi dai vadai yomi mal yemei melech toi si shno yisach kemoi dai vadai yomi mal yemei melech shno yisach kemoi dai vadai yomi mal yemei melech toi shno yisach kemoi dai vadai yomi mal yemei melech toi si shno yisach kemoi dai vadai yomi mal yemei melech toi shno yisach kemoi dai vadai.
Before I say a few words, I want to read a message which was given to me to be a shaliach mitzvah during the long trip across the Atlantic Ocean to come to this theme by Moron Rav Aaron Leib Steinman Shlta, whom I had the chiyah to sit near during the big Siyam Hashas a few hours ago, not nearly as big as this one, but by Israeli standards it was quite big in Yerushlayim Ir HaKodesh. I read mila b'mila, word by word. B'siyato d'shmaya, l'chvoid rivevois b'nei Yisrael, in honor of the tens of thousands of Bnei Yisrael hamiskansim bi'artzos habris al yedei Agudas Yisrael de America lismoyach b'simchas haTorah im siyum limud shisha hazdorim mitalmud Bavli asher hinchilu Rabbeinu HaKodesh v'Ravino v'Ravashi asher bom neilech le'oirom kol yemei chaye klal Yisrael lo netzach. Hashem aleichem yichyu. Omar hakosuv. Lulei brisi yoimom v'loilo. Chukos shomayim v'oretz lo samti. V'zeh rak al yedei loimdei haTorah shehem mekaimei ha'olam b'chol mokoim u'mokoim. V'hinei b'simcha rabba Onu zoichim lishmoya ki dvar Hashem Yisborach misrabe b'chol tfutzois Yisrael v'shem shomayim niskadesh al yedei zeh v'yehi rotzoin sheyisrabu loimdei Torah v'hoigeho umekaimeho birtzoino Yisborach Shmoi v'nizke b'mheiro le'umolo ha'oretz deyo es Hashem Yisborach Shmoi kamayim layom mechasim u'bevias goyel tzedek b'mheiro v'yomenu Amen. I have his signature in his own handwriting. The rest of it was typed. Aaron Yud, period, which means Yehuda Leib Steinman. Yud Beis of Tovshin Ein Beis Lepak. Now that the time has come for me to say a few words of my own, actually, I prepared a speech. Papers all over my pockets.
Open the papers.
However, after taking part in this holy siyum and hearing the marvelous speakers, I don't mean marvelous orators. I mean speakers who poured Divrei Elokim Chaim from their pure hearts. I stand before this tremendous audience of Bnei Torah, Ohavei Torah, in awe and trepidation. I've forgotten my entire speech. And really, it's not important. I don't want to spoil the wonderful words of Torah and encouragement that has been filling our minds and hearts these past few hours. However, Rabbi Friend, I believe this is the first time I've ever heard him speak or anybody like him. He mentioned we have to come up with a plan. I want to humbly propose a little plan. But part of my obligation I can't forego. I had to speak a little bit about my Rebbe, our Rebbe, the Rebbe of Klal Yisrael, HaGoyen Rabbi Yosef Sholem Elyashiv, Zecher Tzadik V'Kodesh Livrocha. I must say just a few words. His loss, at the same time that all of these marvelous siyumim are taking place all over the world, strikes fear and trepidation into the hearts of every one of us. We have lost the true Godel Hadoyer, the Pesach Hadoyer, but he was the teacher of the Doyer and my personal teacher for 65 years in Eretz Yisrael. He was the Gadol HaDoyer in many, many ways. In Yedias HaTorah, in Yegias HaTorah, in Midas Toivos. His goodness of heart was indescribable. In Chesed, his endless patience. I, an American youngster, not so young, but comparatively a youngster when I came to Israel 65 years ago. 90 minus 65 is not such a youngster. He had for me endless patience. An American has nerves. Again, I ask again and again. I once asked him, wie viel Mal darf man fragen? I was still nervous. So he good-humoredly answered me, Ad sheyetze hasofek miliboy. He encouraged me to keep coming and asking. Rabbi Franz said we have to come up with a plan. I have a plan. I want to humbly propose a plan. The Beis HaMikdash, we're a few days after Tisha B'Av. Chazal teach us that the first Churban came al ozvam es toirosi, as the Navi Yirmiyah teaches us in the Haftarah which we learned on Tisha B'Av. The Ran in the Dorim explains the pasuk in Yirmiyah as follows. Yidden did learn Torah. They learned a lot of Torah. So why does the Navi accuse them of al-ozvam es toirasi? They did not abandon Torah. So the Ran says they learned but without fervor. Es ist nicht gegangen in Leben, as HaRav Olevsky so eloquently put it, and what gesehen, as geht es in Leben. We all, my first proposal is as follows. Everyone present in this siyum, in all the siyumim, should beli neder, resolve beli neder. Don't forget to say beli neder. To learn a daf a day together with all Klal Yisrael. That will be the daf hasmina for us, which will keep us afloat. But that should not be the ultimate aim. Our true aim is to become, we're not going to become like Rav Yashiv. We're not going to, you know how many dafim he learned a day? He never divulged to anybody. His son-in-law, Reb Chaim, learns 8 blot a day, besides learning Kol HaTorah Kula every year. Kol HaTorah Kula, Bavli, Yerushalmi, Medrash, Zoyar, Tanakh. And he learned far more. How much we don't know. Now, I don't propose that any of us aim to learn as much as Rav Yashiv learned, or even as much as Reb Chaim, Yibad Al-Chaim Aruchim, learns. But we can strive to be somewhere in the middle, somewhat better than we were until now. If we really learn to love Torah of Anemes, truly, sincerely, if it uns gain in Leben, if our lives will depend upon it. The Baruch Ber, my Zayde, used to say the same word that Rabbi Friend so eloquently put. Torah is our life. If we will feel that Torah is our life, it's not easy to close the Gemara. We'll have a problem before we can close the Gemara. You like to learn, but if it's just as easy to close the Gemara as to open it, there's a big question about how much you really love the Torah. So that's my first proposal, that everybody present should resolve b'li neder to learn the Daf HaYomi together with Klal Yisrael and to strive to attain true love for Torah. As soll uns gehen in Leben, we should feel that our lives depend upon it. But I have a second, equally important proposal. Chazal teach us that the second Beis HaMikdash was Chorev because of Sinas Chinam and Lashon Hara. And Chazal teach us that Kol Doer Sheloi Nivna Beis HaMikdash Bizmanoi Ki Ilu Necherav Bizmanoi. Because if we, the present Doer, were to correct the faults of our Zaydas, which caused the Churban, Hashem would send the Beis HaMikdash with Mashiach immediately. if he does not send Mashiach so quickly. As we see, it's taking much longer than we had hoped and expected and prayed. It's because we still adhere to the not so good ways of our ancestors which caused the Churban. My second proposal is that in addition to the time that it takes to learn the daf together with Klal Yisrael, we should also join Klal Yisrael in learning the Shiur Yomi of Chofetz Chaim in Shmiras HaLoshon. This should take a few minutes. And with that, we just made a thiyum together with my good friend Agoin Reb Malkiel. The end of the Maseches Nida, we learned Kol hashoyneh halochos b'chol yoim muftach lo shehu ben olam haba. Who doesn't want to be a ben olam haba? Now, if we learn the few halachas every day, it takes a few minutes. In Chofetz Chaim, we are Mekayim, the son of the Bei Eliyahu. We will be Zeicha to Olam Haba. And besides which, if we observe what we learn in those few moments, we will learn to keep our mouths closed, to keep our tongue inside, not to speak a word against any Jew, not a word bad about any Jew, and kol shekain about a Talmid Chochem or a Gadol b'Torah b'Yira. And if we observe these two resolutions, we will learn the daf together with Klal Yisrael and strive to attain true Ahavas Torah, a burning love for Torah. It shouldn't be easy to close the Gemara. We should strive for excellence in learning, to become big Talmidei Chachamim, not just to go over the daf, Yoitze gewen. And if we will learn these few halachas in Shmiras HaLoshon, the Chofetz Chaim will pray for us. We will guard our mouths and have pure mouths and pure souls. And Mashiach Tzidkenu will come b'mheira b'yameinu. Amen.